5-year relationship won't commit. This is an interesting one. So this is a short one, but let's go over it. I'm not sure what to do anymore. I, 28 female, have been with my boyfriend, 27 male, for 5 years now, known him for 8 years. He's still saying he's struggling to commit any further in the relationship with marriage, kids, etc. We have a wonderful relationship. He's my best friend, and we all do all we do all day is laugh. We've been living together for nearly 4 years, and we still have the best time together every day. Our friends and family love each other and love us together. There is nothing that I can pinpoint that's wrong with our relationship. It would struggle this much to commit every time I bring up this conversation. It's like pulling teeth, and he gives me cryptic answers. He never freely brings up the future of our relationship. I'm trying to live in the now. Our day-to-day lives are full of love and happiness, but I'm scared spending the best years of my life with someone who will eventually say they don't want anything anymore. I want marriage, children, entering the last year of my 20s next week. So want to start thinking more serious about my future. Am I with the wrong person? Should we just let it go? Or is the day-to-day happiness, our relationship, more important than thinking about the future? Hell no. The future is now, lady. Like, you're 28, almost 29. The future, you should be thinking about the future. Now, the thing is, this dude is 27. She's younger than her. I always advise girls to date older guys because by the time they're 30, 35, they want kids, right? And as a woman, you're really fertile until like 30, 35. Rarely to your 40s. So it's like, yeah, you should be thinking about your future now. And what I will say is, maybe this dude just doesn't feel set up and ready in life yet at 27. Like, maybe he's not rich. Maybe he just wants to make more money. Maybe he wants to do more moves. But as a woman, you need to be very careful who you spend time with. From 25 and up, you should be very careful. And what I will say in this particular situation is, genuinely, like, ask him about what he wants, like, in the future. Like, what is he working on now? And find out, like, does he want to build up more of his career or maybe his business or whatever in the next few years? And is that what he's working on real hard? And again, dude, as a woman, you shouldn't waste. Okay, this is like, she's almost 29. Right now, you have to make a decision. Like, if this guy's gonna commit within the next year, sure. But don't go above 31 years old without anyone that is willing to be a father to you, that's willing to give you kids, right? So if I was her, I'd honestly, man, don't ruin your life over a guy if he's not sure. Genuinely have a talk with him. Ask him, like, what does he want in the next year of his life, and say, like, if you really want kids in the next year, 2 years, if you really want to get married, then you have to make a decision. Okay, I'm gonna be, like, fully honest. And if I could give any advice to this girl, is find a guy that's like 35 and that's very successful, like, financially, and that's actually, like, looking to also find a good woman to have kids with. This is what I'll say. Because the fact that you had a 5-year-old relationship, this is, like, kind of like a testimonial. Like, the next man that you're gonna be with, he's gonna see she was actually committed and loyal to a guy for 5 years. In today's age, it's very hard to find a girl that's that loyal for that long time in, like, the US and the West and all of that. I don't know where she's from, but yeah, if he's struggling to commit, he doesn't want to commit at all. Like, I kind of get it. As a guy, you want to be a player, right? You want to have your fun. You don't want to be a dad if you're not ready to. But you also have to think about the girl. Like, if I was dating a girl that was, let's say, like, I'm almost 18. I'm dating a girl that's 25, let's say. The oldest girl I've ever been with was 21, but let's say she's like 25 and she already, like, is thinking about this stuff, let's say. I personally would feel bad yes, I'm 18. I'm having my fun. I'm sleeping with a 25-year-old girl. I'm dating a 25-year-old. We're having fun time together. But I do realize the age difference and the fact that in this particular case, is only 1 year. That's not a problem. But the problem is that this guy just isn't set up in life, maybe, or doesn't feel that way and doesn't feel ready to have a kid. And you should, as a man, you should not have kids when you're not ready for it. And as a woman, if you're ready for it, like you shouldn't wait for the guy if he doesn't want to. Maybe you're not compatible at the same time, and it's a sad, but you should genuinely have a talk with him. Because if the guy doesn't want kids within the next 5 years, I would honestly advise to leave. Because there's only a certain amount of time until a woman's mid 30s, late 30s, when it becomes pretty dangerous for her to have kids and for the kids' health. And you should not put that in jeopardy. And yeah, man, what I will say is genuinely just holy shit, dude. Like, make him decide and ask him what he wants, genuinely wants. Don't ask him in an interrogative way, like, okay, if you're not gonna give me kids, or if you're not gonna marry, if you're not gonna commit to me, I'm gonna break up with you. Don't tell him like that, because then he's just gonna tell you what you want to hear. Ask him like, what do you want to do in the next 2 years? You know, like, what do you want to, like, ask him about, like, you know, career plans or whatever, like if he wants to travel more, whatever. And by that, they'll find out if he has big plans and he knows exactly what he wants to do. He's probably not ready to commit just yet. And the best thing for you is honestly to find a man that's like 30, 35, that's actually like looking for a woman to commit to, right? So this would be my advice, in my opinion. And even on a first date, as a woman, on the first dates, ask guys, like, you know, like, what do you want to do, like, or why do you want to have kids, etc. Maybe ask him, like, you know, these types of questions. But try to work it out with this guy, because you don't want to throw away a 5-year relationship. But if he doesn't want to commit to you at all, and this is important to you, then you should not sacrifice that for anyone. If you want marriage and children, if you want marriage and children, you're with the wrong person. 5 years more than enough time to decide if you want that. If you won't pull the trigger at this point, he never will. No, I don't agree with this advice. And then honestly, that this is like kind of like pretty shitty advice, because some dudes only want kids like after me with 10 years of a girl, right? Like, vetting process with a girl in today's age needs to be very slow, because I don't give girls even a relationship after like 6 to 12 months at least. Because, bro, girls, you know, it's just like after 5 years, some guys are ready after a couple of years, some guys are not, right? So I don't know, man. I see the exact same post so many times. Mostly the guys who doesn't want to. One is carefree, easy life to change. Marriage is a commitment, and kids are a huge commitment and a huge life change. He doesn't want that, and you have to respect that. Okay, if he doesn't want that, and if he doesn't want that right now, and if he doesn't want that right now, you have to respect that. But he's not a person for you, unfortunately. Even if you guys are compatible together, you're in his future plans. You need to listen to what he's telling to you. He doesn't want to do. He doesn't want life with you. You are a temp. I don't think that's true. I just think that maybe again, I don't know the guy. Maybe it is true, man. I don't know. You should look at him. How successful is he? How successful does he want to be? What's his ambitions? Because this is a direct correlation to when the guy's gonna be ready to have kids. So that's a very important question to ask. He's telling you over and over he doesn't want more. Doesn't. I don't know. After 8 years together, nothing is going to change. This guy doesn't want to marry you. Yeah. Yeah, don't let him not answer you. This is a good one. Tell me you've always wanted to be a wife and a mom, and sure, if he's stringing you on, the rule will be resume if you stay with him and he never commits. Yes, absolutely agree with that. Don't let him not answer you, and actually force him to make the decision. And it's gonna be hard for you to make the decision, but you're gonna have to make the decision at some point. You're gonna need to make the decision that if this guy is not ready for me, I need to find someone else. Because you're in 29, and I don't want to say this in a mean way, but you need to have some urgency at that age, guys. Like, come on. Let's be honest. At 29 as a woman, you should have a little bit of an urgency, because as soon as a woman hits 30, she's like 20% less attractive to most guys. Like, just by hearing she's 30. A lot of guys are not interested anymore, which is sad, but that's the truth. Like, that's what our subconscious tells us. That's like, you know, like for me, as soon as a girl tells me like she's above 20, 21, I'm not really that interested, you know? And it's because I'm 18, right? But yeah, what do you guys think about it? I'm curious what you guys have to say about it, Chad.